Hi. So you clicked this video because you want to make a living from your music. I'm here to be the first one to tell you that with the position you're in, I understand the exact position you're in. It's not as hard as you think. It looks like a huge mountain that you're gonna have to climb that's almost impossible, and it feels hopeless actually at the position you're in. It feels like you have no attention, you have no one who cares about you, you have no signs of anything changing, and you honestly want to give up. And I was in the exact same position, and I'm here to tell you that it is not as hard as you think it is. I've helped people scale their music fan bases from 0 to 115,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, all through studying everything for the past fucking 4 years of why things go successful and why other things do not go successful. And I've picked out the things that work, and I'm now here to just give you the value without trying to ask for anything in return. So if you want to make a living off of your music, watch this video, because I can almost assure you that none of the other YouTubers that you've watched on this topic are going to break this down in such a detailed way that will actually make sense to you and will actually give you fucking hope. So, well, first of all, we should probably establish how much money we need to make. In order to replace, like, a normal full-time income, I'm pretty sure we'll just use, we'll use, like, $3,000 as a baseline. So how do we do this? We have different avenues we can make money, but one of the main ones that you probably are concerned with is through streams. So stream is one of the first ones you hear of. You hear that you can get paid from people listening to your music, from ads and stuff. If it's on all platforms, like Spotify, Apple Music, and blah blah blah, you get paid about $4 for every 1,000 streams. And unfortunately, what this means for us is that if we get 1,000,000 streams, that equates to $4,000. This number right here, in the position you are in, where you have no attention, no traction, and no sort of sign of getting anywhere, is not easy to stomach. This number is ridiculous, and I'm sure you can agree with me, right? And obviously we said 3,000 earlier, but I'm just giving for the math. I don't want to do the calculations, but this means if we wanted to make $4,000 in a month, we would have to pull this many streams. Now, what does this mean? This means we need to go viral, very viral, because if we do the math, let's say one person that we attract from building a fan base and publishing whatever we're publishing to get attention, one person might listen to our song 5 times, and every stream is worth about 0.004 cents. Now just bear with me because this might get a little confusing, but this means that for 5 streams per person on average, we're gonna get about, how much is that? That's 2 cents. It's 2 cents, bro. You're gonna get 2 cents. So 0.0. This is how much money you will get from your average person. Now what does this mean? This means that in order to make a living, we need our music to reach, I don't even want to do the math, but just for the sake of simplicity, this means we need to reach 200,000 different people in a month to make 4K a month. 200,000 people need to go to our streaming platform and click the play button. This means we need to go incredibly viral. And if you didn't know, going viral is based on luck. There's no sort of trick to it. No matter what people want to sell you, there are ways that you can become more viral. You can follow a formula and become more likely. It's a skill that you can gain to go more viral, but it does come down to luck. So what does this mean for us? Are we just fucked, or what do we do? Well, instead of the average customer being worth this right here, what if we could find a way to boost the average amount of value that one of our fans is worth? What if instead of them being worth 20 cents, we could make them worth $200? Now, instead of having to reach this many people, we could reach this many people per month, which, yeah, of course, it still sounds crazy, but just give me a second. If we could reach this many people per month, 10,000, but some of those people of that 10,000 are worth this much money compared to this much money, we now can reach this easier without having to bank so much on luck. We don't have to reach such a scale, because becoming famous, it is luck. It's just how it is. You can get lucky, and there are elements of, like I said, getting better at marketing and word of mouth and studying that stuff. There are things you can do, but it is a very daunting task. And I don't want it to be daunting for you. I want it to be realistic. So for the position you're in, this is how we do it. We need to find a way to build a fan base. We need a way to get numbers. We need a vehicle that can get us there. And then once we've established a small fan base, we need to find a way to increase the value of each person in that fan base, so that instead of building a fan base of of 200,000, we can just build a fan base of 10,000 and increase the value of each individual in these 10,000 people so that we can actually make money. So how do we do this? Well, first of all, like I said, you need a vehicle. So what vehicle do you use? I recommend short form content. However, I'm not going to get into short form content in this video, but this, in my opinion, is the best way to go from 0 to 10,000 monthly listeners within a very short period of time. And I actually offer an exclusive program that takes any musician from 0 to 10k monthly listeners within 90 days. And if you don't reach that, I will give you your money back. If you're interested in that, you can go first link in the description. It's a free community. Inside of that community, you can book a call with me and learn more about that program. I won't hard sell you on the call. I'll see the position you're in. I'll see if your music is good enough. If it is, I will tell you how I can help you, and from there we can see if it's something that you're interested in. But anyway, this, if you're willing to just learn it on your own and you don't want me to help you and give you like a formula to follow, then you just learn short form content on your own. That is the best way to go from 0 to 10k followers. Now, from that 10k followers, what do we do? Over social media, we need to nurture them. We need to turn them into people that start to care about us more. So instead of having this aura and having this mystery behind you where you're just an artist and you're not trying to show off your personal life and all of this type of stuff, instead of that, you need to start making these people care about you. You need to, it doesn't have to be corny, it doesn't have to be cringy, but in some way, shape, or form, you need to be consistently nurturing these people. And what I mean by nurturing is giving them value of some sort. Think of how to give them value. Post music more often, give them exclusive stuff on your social medias like private links and stuff, DM them, stuff like that. Of these 10,000 people, you need to nurture them so they care more about you. From there are different avenues that you can actually increase the value of per customer. So what can you do? Well, there's an artist named Jace in the underground who actually does this exact thing. He's not signed, he's independent, and he gets a lot of money from streams, but he also has a huge following. And how he makes extra money is through multiple ways. So you can do features. So people who like your music will contact you and they will want to make a song with you, and features is how you get paid for that. So you can sell features. You can, Jace, since he has a lot of branding, is selling his features. He could easily sell a feature for $1,000, I guarantee you, which sounds crazy, but it is possible because he has the branding. Now you cannot do this, but you can even sell a feature for $20 to $50. It doesn't really matter, but this is extra change in your pocket. I wouldn't go that low because you're kind of working like a slave at that point, but have good branding and understand branding, and you can easily charge around, I would say, $100 to $200 for a feature. You can also sell vocal presets. Now, if you don't know what a vocal preset is, it's essentially just a vocal chain with a bunch of effects on it that makes you sound like a certain person. And a lot of people who listen to your music will also want to make music like you, so this is very beneficial because they want to sound like you. If your music is good, you can sell a vocal preset. If you have good branding, you can literally sell a vocal preset for $100 easily. There are people like Gunner out there that strike my videos, but there are people out there that sell them for like 30, but he doesn't have as good branding as an artist does. So like, you can charge way more than he does. You can charge $100 easily. You can sell merch. So this all gets into business stuff. You can study business if you're interested in this and like brainstorm about different products you can sell. But anyway, you can increase the average value of a customer. It's just how you make more money. Now, I know this sounds kind of like a no-brainer, like common sense, but you probably don't understand how much money you can actually make off of this if you have good branding. So let's do the math. If you wanted to make the 3K, like we said earlier, let's say you get 50,000 streams per month. 50,000 streams, which, by the way, not very hard, and if you want help with it, book a call with me, first link in the description. Let me do the math. This equals only $200. If of those 50k streams, we can send them to our social media and nurture them, and we can sell product. So let's say we can get, like, of these 50,000, we can get like 15 of them to buy a $100 preset, which is very easy to do. And if you don't think it's possible, then you just have limiting beliefs and you need to work on like your mindset towards things. This right here equals 1,500, but then plus the 200, so that's 17. And then we can also, from social media, sell someone a feature. Maybe we could sell 2 people a feature. So 2 features, let's say you did them at like, you could literally even do 250 a piece. And this is 500 here. So then 17 plus, so that's 20. to per month already off of just this. You get the idea. I'm not going to keep doing the math, but any way you can use to increase the average value of a customer is how you make more money. And if you think that it's too hard to sell this stuff, or like you're not understanding, like no one's going to buy my shit, the reason for that is because you just haven't built up enough numbers yet and you don't have enough traffic. And if you want to do that, use short form content, learn how it works, and build a fan base off of that. And then from there, once you start to get traffic, which you will if you do it the correct way, I promise you will, then you start to build up your branding, you have an identity, and you start to portray an image. And once you do that, you start to get hype around your name. This is how you charge more money. And like I'm telling you, bigger artists like Jace, for example, he's a prime example, can quite literally sell a feature for $1,000 if you wanted to. I promise you. It all comes down to branding. Once you get the traffic and you get numbers, you start to build up your brand. That's how you make more money. It very rarely comes from streams.